welcome to the Aviation Conversation, featuring me, Harris Robertson, and Tilo.
Welcome everyone to episode 3 of the Aviation Conversation podcast. Again this week we have a guest in the studio, Dariush, after his successful and immensely highly requested by fans worldwide return. That Mr. Dariush Black is back in the studio.
Wagwan, my brother.
How's you, Harris?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. So this week we'll have 2 topics as usual. The plane of the week, and later on we'll be talking about the Museum of Flight. And this week's plane of the week is...
the Harrier jump jet.
Amazing. What do we know about the Harrier jump jet, Darius?
It was originally named after a bird of prey.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
What's the special feature? What is the one thing that people remember it for?
I don't know, man. I just got here.
Please never do that again. But it's the different thrusters. Yeah, I think that's the right word.
Yeah.
Because it's got the vertical and not vertical.
Horizontal.
Oh, vertical, I think. Vertical lift.
Yeah, to go up and then normal one as well.
Yeah. And so how does it do it? Does it have like thrusters basically underneath the wings, or?
If I'll show you a picture, and you can see them. It's not necessarily under the wing.
Okay. So I'll put it up on the screen for everyone to see. Yeah, so it's sort of I think it's on the body.
I think that's a Sea Harrier though.
Is that so? Are there different Harriers?
Mhm.
Okay. So what? There's a Sea Harrier and a Land Harrier.
Mhm.
Okay. There you go. Did you know that, Darius?
Hell no.
There you go. And so what kind of angle can it take off? Do you know?
It can go up straight, it can go straight and forward, and it can just go straight.
So can it actually like use a proper runway and kind of go off like that as well? So it doesn't have to do the okay. Excellent. And I think they were built in the UK. Certainly initially.
By Sidley.
Sidley.
And Sidley in the 60s, which is quite... okay, cool.
And then...
do we know who had used them? Like what military? Obviously the British, I would assume.
A lot. I think Spanish still does.
Spanish Navy, yeah.
America.
Apparently they built them as well later on. So initially it was a British product, but they built them later on as well. Italian Navy. And I'm pretty sure I've seen somewhere India had it as well. So
they can shift as well. 673 miles per hour. I'll have you know.
Not bad.
How many?
673.
I'm not even that fast.
My car goes like 140.
That's a car.
Yeah.
Concorde went faster than that.
Yeah.
How fast did the Concorde go?
Mach 2.
Right.
Double the speed of sound, mate.
Actually, talk about a car, because last week we
So
had...
go.
Come on.
Pum, 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 pum.
No.
Oh.
Like, you'd see it, go past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, double the speed of the light, so it'd be like... That's all you'd hear.
Yeah.
It's a bang.
That's like what it was like when I used to race in school in interscholastics.
I think we're not going to invite Darius to the podcast anymore.
Agreed.
I'll race both of you after. If I win, I get to stay on.
But that was one of the reasons why the Concorde wouldn't fly over land, isn't it? Because it was way too, or wouldn't, like, the only...
Too loud.
too loud. Yeah, the main route was just across the Atlantic because of the massive bang.
What, they wouldn't let it go over land
Yeah,
because of that?
Because it was way too loud. It would wake.
It
It would wake like towns up.
Yeah, it would like
Yeah.
shatter windows and stuff. That's why.
Would it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, I think pretty rubbish windows, but yeah, apparently it's sort of.
Single glazed bellies.
Because initially, I think it was thought in the 60s that like that's the future of air travel.
It should have been. 100% it should have been.
Yeah, because they're trying to get the Concorde back then, or like not the Concorde, but they're building a new one. But yeah, actually, because remember last week we talked about how long it took to get across the Atlantic, and you said something like 2.5 hours, and we were like, no way. But yeah, I think Harris was right. It was 3 hours, I think, something like that.
Come on, boy.
But yeah, which is pretty impressive. But yeah, Concorde, which is a pretty cool plane. Oh, what's your? Yeah, so Concorde, amazing. Harriet, amazing jet. Is it still in service? I don't think certainly not in the UK.
Maybe in Spain.
But I think
Viva
Spain and the United States might still have a couple of them using them.
So
that's pretty cool.
Britannia.
Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
So
It's Italia.
actually, I've just looked it up. Thailand has one as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Royal Thai Navy. Not anymore, but we're using them. And is retired in the UK. Is retired in the States, but still in Spain and Thailand. No, still in Spain and Italy, and it's retired in India. So there you go. Harriet. Jet. Pretty cool. Harriet, yeah. So
Get off, Teal.
That's too many Harrises and Harriet, and it's confusing. Fantastic. Okay. So moving on. Museum of Flight. There's a Concorde. Is there Harriet?
We went on the Concorde.
I guess do both. It's there.
What's your favourite in the Museum of Flight?
I like the Concorde, and I liked the beside that in the big hangar. There were these like Lego models. You see them?
That was in Concorde.
Yeah,
Hangar.
they were pretty cool.
No, they weren't.
Well, my neurodivergent brain went right to them.
Eee.
What's your favourite
What?
in that building? The Concorde, obviously.
What, in the Concorde room?
Yeah.
Has to be the T1 Hawk.
Okay. Cool.
I like the ejector seats as well. You could sit on. Remember them? They were cool. I think I got a picture of them. Yeah. Imagine just going. Pew!
Imagine we'd have ejector seats in a pod, and anytime Darius says something we don't like, we just go pong.
Pum pum.
Bye-bye.
That's what we should do with all our guests. Just have an ejector seat. It's an aviation podcast. You need to have an ejector seat. Great idea. I like that. So what else do you like about the Museum of Flight, Harris?
The conservation hangar.
Okay, tell us about it.
It has a F4 Phantom, I think, in it. It has an American prop plane and stuff. It's got planes that they don't really use that much.
Okay. So one of the plans are to go to the Museum of Flight, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And where do you think we should do the podcast, in what hall? What hall? Shall we do it? Military. Okay. Cool. You gonna come with us, Darius?
If I'm invited. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
So anything, Darius, as our guest, do you wanna say, or do you wanna ask him anything, Harris?
What's your favourite airplane?
I don't know the make and model of it, but it's an Emirates plane. That's the coolest one I've been on.
The A380.
I swear,
Such a basic person.
well, I don't have much
That's so
experience with
basic.
planes. I'm winging it here. But I remember it had like an upstairs, downstairs.
I know what it is.
And it had,
I know what it is, mate. All you have to say is Emirates, and I know what you mean.
yeah, but
It's the
just for the
A380,
viewers,
mate.
if they've not been
But
on it.
I've just said it. It's the A380. It's got 2 deckers. It's the biggest passenger plane in the world. Not the biggest plane. The biggest plane is the Antonov 225. But that got bombed. Yeah.
Got bombed by
Harry.
Russia.
Usual.
because it was a Ukrainian plane, wasn't it?
It had its own airport and everything.
Well,
that-
are
that
airports
was-
just for that plane?
Well, but yeah, because it was only one of them existed. Is that right? There's only
Yeah,
one.
and it got
there's lots of A380s,
hit by a missile.
but there's only one Antonov A.
Mira,
um,
Mira, something like that.
And it was mainly used for cargo, isn't it? Like you could kind of book it for specific big transport needs or something like that.
One time in my
So,
life,
yeah.
I'd want to go first class on like a long trip, like from here to Australia.
Yeah,
One-
I'd want to do that on an A380.
The Emirates one. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
think they're cool. Because they're like proper raw.
You know, they're
inside.
not just the Emirates. Like, there's Etihad, Anna. Wait, is there an Anna one? I think there is.
Lufthansa as well.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
felt
I've
bad
seen one of
yesterday
them.
with
I think they got rid of theirs and then they brought them back in after the pandemic because I thought they wouldn't need them anymore.
I've also seen one of their retro
Gone back in.
747s. It was
good.
minted. But what were you saying?
I'm not a fan of Lufthansa. I had a bit of a fiasco with them.
Explain.
Awkward. Speaking with a German in the
German.
room.
No, I
No, I totally get it. To be honest.
basically, I was going to France at Christmas, and then I was meant to have a quick stopover in Germany, and then it all got cancelled, and then they had to I had to wait in a queue for 3 hours, and then they had to put me up for a night, and then I had to wake up like 5:15 in the morning and fly from Germany back up to Switzerland, then to France, and it was just a big palaver, bro. I missed out a day on my holiday because of it.
Oh.
Well, that's fine. I had the same issue with Lufthansa before.
Well, there we go.
What is everyone's favourite plane, except from you, Darius, because you're such a basic person and like the A380?
But
If not that one, then some sort of fighter jet.
I'd
It is cool, right?
I'd love to
But-
fly on an A380. I've never done it. It'd be one of the things.
That's what I'm saving up for. When I'm
Yeah.
older, I've got a bank that has like just under $1,000 in it.
A bag of sand.
For A380 flight.
Where to go?
Australia, I'm back. Like, I'll literally go to Australia, stay there for like 2 hours, and then go away back here.
That's lit. It takes you like 24 hours to get to Australia, mate.
Mhm.
48 hours travel. Well, 50 hours with a 2 hour stopover.
Mhm.
You're nuts.
Just so you
There's
know.
a shower and everything on
Yeah.
that plane, mate.
Is there?
First class, you have a
I
whole,
swear it's only
you have a
14
whole
hour
room,
flight.
double bed. You can have like
Yeah, I remember when I walked on, I looked at them. I was like, "What? It's like proper like pods. You got like a big screen in that." And I went up the back, and I had a screen, and luckily I didn't have anyone next to me, so I could stretch out. But I would like to do first class once in my life.
I got ones upgraded to first class.
Why?
In Japan. I was just lucky. Just
They had spare seats.
I've flown whether from from New Zealand to Thailand, I think, via Tokyo, and in Tokyo we changed planes, and for some reason they asked if I want to be upgraded
For free.
for free. Rah! I said yes, please. I got like sushi, champagne. It wasn't
Banger.
bad. It wasn't bad. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But
Nice
that's-
long flight as well to
Yeah.
really absorb.
Yeah, that was-
Yeah, I wouldn't do it from here to like Spain. It'd need to be like a long flight.
totally. Anyway, guys, that's the end of a pod.
No, wait, but what about everyone's favourite planes?
Oh.
I didn't really.
Sorry, yeah. Well, A380. If we go in civil aviation, let's go civil aviation. Okay, A380. I'll go A350. It looks
Ooh.
beautiful. I love the wings. It looks like a. It looks.
What,
like
are we
a,
only going civil?
like a bird of. Yeah. Well, next week we'll do military.
Oh, that's actually a hard one. Probably a type of Embraer,
Embryo.
because they remind me a bit of the Concorde.
There was a E2s. I think is one of them. Quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So A380, A350, and Embraer E2 are our favorite civil aviation planes. Watch out for next week when we'll talk about our favorite military planes. Thanks so much for coming to the pod again, Darius.
Bombaklat.
And we'll see you next week.
Come on.
See you next week.